Hi, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
But also, we have what we call student royalty. When the likes of Bali, our SRC president, Bali, how are you?
Hi, I'm getting yourself.
I'm amazing, Bali. So, Bali, before we get into anything serious, I just want you to tell us what exactly we're doing here today.
Hi, so this is our call it a demo launch for our radio because we're going properly live on the 20th of February. This is Rage Radio. Rage, basically. Rage podcast. Rage standing for R is radio, A is AIE, G is GDC, which is Greenside Design Center, and E is our EMENDY campus. So basically, this is our radio.
Since you are here representing SRC, tell us a little bit about the SRC and what you guys do, and just basically information.
Okay, so the SRC, the Student Representative Council Committee, we're there to support students. And if we don't, we stand in place of student support basically.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So where can we find this SRC?
So you can email us at src@aie.ac, and most of us are always on campus, so walk up to us, we're friendly.
Walk up and just find them, walking around.
Yes.
The great thing is people can actually see your face, so they know who to put the voice behind. So now they know who Bali is. And you know, interesting enough, we didn't even mention this about you tonight. It's also
The SRC. Yes.
here with immense royalties in here. But just before we get into anything, guys, I know you guys know today's Valentine's Day,
Yes.
and you know love is in the air. But for those who are single, we are in the air, giving you some entertainment today in your ears. We're just gonna have a quick questionnaire, just so that you guys really know who we're dealing with and who's here and who are we as your new presenters. Now I'm gonna ask you guys a couple of questions, and I just want you guys to give the people a little taste of who Rita is,
2
who
seconds, can
Bali
you just
is.
lower the music for me?
All right.
That's proper.
So, Rita, I'm gonna start with you first of all. What are you studying?
Okay, I'm studying electrical engineering. This is my second year at AIE.
Yeah.
Yes.
So second year at AIE.
Yes.
Fantastic. And what about you, our SRC president?
So last year I was studying my management of civil engineering and processes.
Yeah.
And this year I'm studying my higher certificate in project management,
Project management.
specializing in construction.
Oh, and a
yeah.
queen. You want to manage projects. That's fantastic, man. That's great stuff. Well, for me, I'm studying architecture. This is also my second year. I also shifted to the higher certificate part of it. And it's been quite the journey. Hey, it's been quite the journey. Being a student is not easy. I know you guys can attest to this. I know that you guys can attest to this. It's quite a journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, guys, I just want to ask you something else, right? So, since you guys are students and you said you're studying project management and you're also studying, what did you say you're studying? Electrical engineering.
Yeah.
You see that? We have females in the electrical engineering
In the
side.
industry,
In the industry.
squeezing in.
They still can't hear us.
So, since we are you studying electrical engineering, what is it that you do in your free time?
Okay, I'm just always not going out, but trying new restaurants, trying new things because I'm new in Gauteng, so
Yeah.
there's quite a lot for me to do.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just exploring places, chilling with friends,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
And what about you, buddy? What do you do? What did you say you do in your free time when you're not studying, when you're not doing anything school related?
Ooh, so I'm a families person. I'm mostly with my family. So yeah.
You're mostly with your family. So you're
Yes.
someone that enjoys spending time with family. You're someone that enjoys just being around those you love and those that love you. That's a great thing. But I just want to ask you guys, apart from family and all these kind of things, what are your hobbies? Because I know most of the time we're youthful. We like to keep our minds busy. We don't just want to chill and not do anything.
Yeah.
Because we end up doing stupid things when we do that. So we always adopt hobbies. What are the hobbies that you say are the ones you adopted in your life right now?
Okay, hobbies. Okay, just recently started painting.
Oh, you started painting?
Yeah.
Okay, Picasso. We're not Picasso.
Yes. So I'm just trying new techniques.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
You're trying new techniques. So what mediums do you use to paint? Do you use a brush?
Yeah, I'm doing the whole canvas thing.
Yeah.
It's not like a hobby, but like I'm not doing it every
For
day,
fun.
but I'm doing it for fun. Yes, for fun.
It's for fun.
Yeah.
So, do you enjoy it?
Yes.
That's the first question we want to ask you.
I really enjoy it. I enjoy painting.
And why did you get into painting? What inspired you to start painting?
You know, once you get the brush and the paint, your mind is like, you're not thinking about a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, you're just thinking about your thingy, your paint, and you are in that space right now
Yeah.
of your painting and stuff.
And I'm sure everyone is asking themselves this question, whether it's us in here, everybody at home, are you good? That's what we all want to know. Because you can start
I
something.
can paint a sun.
Yeah.
I mean, we all painted suns when we were what, in grade 2, grade 3?
Please don't judge
That's-
me.
that's
But I can
possibly-
paint your
Kindergarten.
clouds. I can
Crèche.
paint your clouds, your sky.
So you can paint me what 3-year-olds can paint me.
Yes.
Fantastic, Picasso. I'm joking, but you know, we all just that's the first thing that we started learning how to paint. I mean, that's one of the things that you started learning how to draw from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd say, painting is your thing now, right?
Yes.
So Rita really likes painting, and she calls herself the modern day Picasso.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, SRC? What's your hobby?
So, hey.
Seems like you do a lot because you try to think which one to choose from.
Which one to choose from? Okay. So recently I've been doing the Matric Perfect Live. So I've been visiting schools
Yeah.
where Matrics come and we show them career paths that they can take. But if it's not that, then I'm a karate student. Don't look at me like that.
I was gonna say this.
Yeah,
I heard
I'm a
rumor that
karate
Bali
student.
can chop it up with the rest of them.
You can show us the moves, miss.
Yo,
You can, like,
When did you start with karate?
I started karate when I think I was 7, 8, around then. I was quite young when I started.
I mean, I'm curious. For you to start karate at that young age, you must have had some anger issues. What was it
I
about?
know.
you need to release.
What was it about at that age that you felt, I want to start karate, I'm interested in this thing? Was it your decision, or was it like a family thing? You know, parents like putting their children out there just to learn things. So which one was it?
It was both, actually. So with for me to find the karate
Yeah.
class, it started off with gymnastics. So they're all in the same like facility. It was a recreational center. We went there one day and then we saw these gymnast girls and I'm like, yo, I am fat for this. But okay, we'll do it.
So
we'll
you're flexible.
do gymnastics, yeah, to a certain extent. Okay, now I left gymnastics when I was in grade 9.
Grade 9. But you're still
That's
flexy. I mean, you can still stretch it.
You
Yeah,
can
that
still
is
do
tough.
the move.
Yeah, so then obviously with finding gymnastics and then I checked out the karate class,
Yeah.
I'd always hear these loud footsteps at the bottom.
Okay, so what belt are you on?
Right now I was on 3rd stripe green belt, so 1 away from black belt. So I was
Really?
there. I
That
was
she's
there.
good.
You see, now you know.
We're going
never
back.
to
We're
get-
going back.
Never to get on Mbali's wrong side.
Yes.
Now you just know.
Gonna chop
But
it
I'm
up.
interested in this gymnastics thing. You say you're flexible. Can you put your foot behind your head?
No.
I'm curious. You know what we're actually gonna do? One of these days, we're gonna have Bali do some flexible stuff right here in studio, just for your entertainment, just to see how much she can actually,
I can bring my
stretch her
sister for
body.
that. My sister, she's a proper
No.
gymnast.
We want you,
Bring my
Miss
sister.
Karate Kids.
No, we'll do the karate stuff. Gymnastics is not me, guys.
Hey, Bali, you're
That's
gonna
why
chop
we
us up
left
in
it.
here, dude. We don't want to get into all of that, but karate. That's really interesting, Bali. Interesting story. For me, my hobbies, I'd say I'm someone that likes photography, and I got into this. I don't know how I got into this, but I take a lot of pictures. I started just by I study architecture, and with architecture, you want to be exposed to all these buildings. And growing up in Johannesburg, there's beautiful buildings in this place, especially the
really
north
is.
side.
Yeah.
These new, beautiful places that you just want to capture because your eyes just can't tell the story the way that picture can. So I guess I started, just wanting to capture these with my own eye point of view and just show people the beauty that is Johannesburg. And that's how I got into architecture, and I just started, making it a thing. I bought myself a camera. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap at all. And I had to convince my parents, what, listen, I had to convince them I'm good at this thing. And yeah, at the start, of course, they were like very skeptical. They were like, boy, we're not getting you a camera. What do you know about cameras? But at some point I got into it, and I just fell in love with photography. But the problem is, and people always think this is very ironic of me, I hate it when people take pictures of me.
Yeah, that's like a photographer's thingy.
That's
They'll
not
take
me.
pictures with the.
They'll take
you
pictures of you.
Yeah,
And then when you try taking pictures with them, they're like, no,
I
Don't do
hate
that.
not the
pictures.
camera.
For me, it's not even that, I just feel like I can't. I look very weird and awkward on camera.
So you're not photogenic?
I'm not photogenic at all. And I blame my parents. But anyway,
Ah.
I'm not photogenic, so I prefer to be behind the lens instead of in front of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's just something that I like to do. On the side, I also play a lot of video games.
Okay.
It's
Is that a hobby of yours?
it's an escape. I don't want to call it a hobby. It's an
Okay.
escape, Every time I want to escape from the real world and every stress that comes with the real world, whether it's school-based or whatever, I just want to go play some video games. Because I was saying to you guys earlier, I feel like video games are one of those things that I don't have to think.
Yeah.
Therefore, I relax
that.
my mind. I just, enjoy it. That is why I can't play sports or games like chess. You said you like chess.
I love chess.
Well, where did the love for chess come from?
My dad's like a chess prodigy, low key, but he's not taking it serious.
Oh, yeah, nah.
He could be
back
up
in the
there.
day, back in the days, then you used to play that chess where you like, it's fast chess. I don't know what they call it, but it's really fast.
Uh-huh.
Like it's all about the speed of it, and it's.
Is it like checkers or is
no,
it
it's
still chess?
proper chess,
Uh-huh.
but you need to play it in like very fast.
Okay.
So he's like really really good with chess. He taught me chess for like 2 days, and it's like you need to know this.
Jeez.
I know chess. He told me how to move the pieces, which piece goes where and stuff.
Yeah.
Then I got it. From there, I started playing chess. I love chess.
Would you ever play it as like a professional thing, or would you ever
No,
take it?
I'm
to
not
level?
that good. I'm not good like that. But I can stand my own.
Okay. Listen, we have to have a wager. Do you know how to play chess?
No.
You're terrible.
Yo.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the
see,
things
you and
are.
I.
I'll put you guys on.
You see, you and I, same WhatsApp group. I'm not a chess person. I think I played chess like 2-3 times in my
I've
entire
never played
life.
chess.
You've never played chess? I was gonna say if you knew some chess, we're gonna have a wager or a match between you two,
Yeah.
No,
and just
y'all
see.
can I'll be
She
there.
would-
Checkmate. I don't even know when is it.
I feel like she would annihilate me if we ever had to take it to chess. I feel like you would annihilate me, even like with those 3-4 move type of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would do that to me, and I'm a very competitive person when it comes to games and sports. So I'd feel very hurt, man. I'm one of those people that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
I don't want to play anymore.
I don't want to play anymore. But okay, so we spoke about the kind of hobbies that you guys like and what you guys like to do in your free time. So after you've done these hobbies and you're done playing your games, you're done traveling, you're done playing your chess, you're done doing your karate, you come home, you are tired, you are hungry. What is that one meal that you feel like this is the meal that I want to come home to each and every time?
Okay, guys, let me just answer you. I know you guys are gonna judge, but those oven baked chips.
You see,
Yo, like oven baked chips, like
Lekker.
they slap.
I don't
After
think
a
there's-
long
Those
day,
ones
you
that are
just
frozen.
yes,
In the
you
packet.
you just put them in the oven.
No, chomi.
20 minutes.
honestly, I don't think there's anything lekker about
Oven
oven-baked
baked
chips.
chips.
Guys.
No.
So everyone at home now
Trust.
already knows that Rita has a very weird taste when it comes to food. I mean, the
Oh,
kind
she's
of
probably
things that
just
you-
lazy to cook. Are you lazy to cook?
I'm very.
There we
lazy.
go. That's
Do
your
you know how to
answer.
cook?
I know how to do the basics like your rice, your meat and stuff. But your lamb shanks, I don't even know how to start.
When me and you, same WhatsApp group. Nike Shaya, do let's quick. We call eggs and a sandwich. I give you a nice, ham sandwich.
Your
Simple
prop-
I don't
things.
like
your proper noodles.
Yeah,
but I'll
noodles.
design my noodles. I'll put like your chicken in there, your stir
Oh,
fry.
Gordon Ramsay. Coming with Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, like-
Jamie Oliver vibes. I don't do that. Listen, I have noodles. I put my little spice on it. If I have some sauce, I put some sauce on
Oh
it.
my gosh.
And that's my
so
meal.
Basic.
I'm sorted for the next hour or two. But for you, Mbali, what is that one meal that you feel like, when I come home after a good karate session, this is what I want to indulge myself in?
Ooh. Yeah, you see, I have a problem. I don't eat.
Mbali's a fast food girl. I can see it in
Yeah,
your eyes.
yeah.
No,
She's
but
a
I
fast
don't
food girl.
eat.
You don't eat?
I have a problem. Like, after a good workout, food doesn't go in, guys.
Okay, this is very tricky for us, and I'm sure, Tabila, you're wondering also. How do you maintain that body if you do not eat?
We'll talk about it after our ad break, guys. Let's take an ad break. We'll come back. Okay, then.
By the student, for the student.
Rage Radio. You're still tuned into the live times, you know. It's the lunchtime live show with your favorites, Rita and Tepo, joined by the very beautiful and talented and very royal SRC President Mbali. And before we had our little break in Bali, you were telling us about your favorite meal and that one meal that you want to come home to after a very long day.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I don't eat much after a workout. I'm more of a healthy eater. I'm more of a healthy eater, and I want light food, so it would be fruits.
Fruits is your favorite meal?
Yes.
So like after, you know,
After an intense workout.
no, I mean
food
like, you
comes
know,
in.
today's cold, like that cold weather. What's your comfort food?
Stampo.
Yay.
Let's say on a
And
summer
beef
day.
stew.
I get it, you gave her that scenario
Yeah,
of on a cold day.
on a cold
Let's say on a
day.
summer day.
On a summer day. Summer Leona, it's hot to eat, guys. No,
We
you
live
don't want
amongst
to
aliens. You have to
all
eat.
the
What do you mean?
time.
We live amongst aliens. Rita, this person says in Samayana, Ushapa Gadicho.
Hey, only hydrated, properly hydrated with your fruits
It is
and
impossible.
your water.
I will say it again. It is impossible to have that body
Yes.
without a proper meal plan.
Yep.
No, because you know, I'm not joking. No meal plan, no nothing. Just making sure that I do not overeat, firstly.
Okay. Yeah.
Secondly, making sure that I've got enough my vitamins. Yeah, that is
That's
a
what's important to
priority.
You see, some
My
of us.
vitamins.
Yeah. So that's
First
that's
on the
you
line.
right there.
Yeah. And thirdly, making sure that I work out.
Yeah,
Like-
you work fitness freak, are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe. But hey, I've been slacking down. You see this here? Oh, we've got problems, but
It's been a
Yeah.
little tough for you this year. Is it because of school? Is it because you are just not into it anymore? What's the issue?
it's not that I'm not into it anymore.
Yeah.
Let's just say we need that break.
But with everything you do, there's that time when you just go
Down.
Yeah.
And then,
Then
we'll
you
come
just
back up
pick up
stronger.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
It
see, that's the
happens with
problem.
everything.
With something like fitness, you need consistency.
But there is like you get a break.
Yeah.
Even like your bodybuilders, they have like
Yeah.
My
a time where like
breaks.
they just not
Yeah,
doing
not
all the
it.
stuff.
It's not that month.
That's true. You know, some of us live in the drive-throughs, the fast foods.
Yeah.
But speaking of drive, now I want to find out what drives you guys. Since you guys are students and of course you're very young,
Yeah.
you still want to get into some things when you grow up. You still want to achieve a lot of these goals. I know all of us have goals for the year, for the next 5 years, 10 years. But what would you say is something that drives you to go and get those goals?
You see, for me, like when I see that car, like I
Yay.
don't wanna drive. Yeah.
So you're a car person, or do you have that one car, even though you're not a car person? You just
Like I'm not a car person, but like when I see that car that I wanna be in, or like when I see a woman in my industry doing the
Big
moves,
things.
Yeah.
that I wanna do,
yeah.
it just motivates me to be like, hey Joe, you're slacking.
Hey,
Yeah.
come
So
back,
like
come
let's.
back.
The biggest motivator is always when you draw inspiration from other people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just how it is.
It really is. Like I'll just see someone like, especially in my industry, there's not a lot of women in engineering,
Yeah.
but when you have that
Especially
conversation,
electrical.
yeah, when you have that conversation with that one woman, it's just
Yeah.
like, yo, you know, I'm paying for this. I just done paying this.
Nice.
Like I'm
Hey.
estate
Big
life, you
move.
know. Like I'm like, oh my
You
gosh,
want, I'm going to Dubai this
I'm
weekend.
gonna be you one
I'm
day.
going to Greece this weekend. You
And
want those
she's
kind of
paying
vibes.
it herself. No
Yeah.
one's there.
Yeah,
Hey.
yay.
That's the
Funny.
importance. Independence is
Funny
very
you mentioned
important.
that. Funny you mentioned that. Do remember it's still Valentine's Day, so if you have that special someone, ne,
That's
do something
someone
nice. for them.
nyana nyana.
Yeah.
Today, just buy
guys.
them a single rose, maybe a chocolate. Just do something nice for them today.
And guys, Valentine's is not only for men to buy you something.
Exactly.
You as a woman, spoil your man.
Spoil your man. Buy him perfume, socks.
Oh.
You guys love socks. You guys buy gents socks every single time.
But guys, what is there to buy besides socks or fragrance or cologne?
Listen,
or
you know what? We're gonna get into that when we talk about Valentine's Day in a little bit more detail. But
Yes.
for you, what is that one thing that drives you to wake up in the morning and go do your project management things or go do your gym stuff? What is that driving factor every single day?
My first drive is that when I engage into something,
Yeah,
I never want to give up.
Yes.
really.
I keep going no matter what happens. Even if I drop down, I want to be up there. I'm looking up there.
Let's just put her on the
That's one.
spotlight.
Yeah,
Just for a second. Do you still do karate?
No, but it doesn't mean that it's the end.
and I
I'm
just
going
want-
back.
Yeah.
We're
I
going
just wanted to
back.
touch on a little bit. See,
Yeah,
play
we're
with
going
you a little
back.
bit.
Okay, with
I
your
never said I ended karate.
Oh, okay, true,
Ah.
true.
took a break.
True.
Okay,
Alright.
but with your industry, there's a lot. It's men driven.
It's men driven, yes.
So like, how's the competition there? How they welcoming you into the industry? How are you finding the space?
So, right now, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
there is a lot of females that I'm seeing on campus. There's a lot of females.
Yeah, guys.
And it just shows that our generation is going to take the lead.
we're breaking barriers.
Yeah.
We're breaking
We get
old
it.
stuff.
We
Yes.
get
I'm here with woman power. So
Yes.
Yes.
I have
We
no
are
choice
crowding
but
you.
to agree.
Yeah.
But no, it is a good thing that women are actually stepping up into these man-dominated industry, these male-dominated industries, and you guys are actually doing more groundbreaking things than the men did.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see that women are actually coming in and they're making it their own. It's a lot of industries that are starting to open up to the female side and actually giving females those spotlights. So it's a really good thing. It's especially for our generation and our youth. But Mbali, apart from the sentimental things that drive you in the morning, like I said, we all have goals, and everyone has, for example, that one thing you look at and you're saying, I'm doing this because of all these sentimental things, but I'm also doing it because I want to get you someday. Like she said, there's that one car and the lifestyle that she wants to live. For you, it could be lifestyle, it could be a car. What would you say is that one thing for you?
That one thing, I want to reach that point where when I'm at the top, I look down and say, yes, I've made it. It's nothing physical. It's nothing.
Wow.
Nothing that I can leave
I
in the
get
world.
that.
Yeah.
I want to be
That
able
satisfaction
to,
of saying
yes.
I achieved
I
this.
did it.
You know.
Through the struggles,
Yeah.
through the pushing, through the everything, I want to say I made
so
it.
in the industry, who's that one person that you look up to? Like, you're like, yo, this person is really like.
So one thing, I do not idolize,
Good.
and I do
good.
not.
Alright.
I don't follow people.
You're trying to do it your own way.
Yes, because
That's
you
good.
start looking at people and saying, I want to be like them.
Yeah.
And then it breaks you down if something happens to that person. For instance, if something happens to someone you're looking
Yeah.
up to, you're like, oh, okay, is that the end? Then what am I going to
Oh, I
follow
get
now?
that.
What am I going to
Yeah.
idolize now?
Okay.
So you firstly idolize yourself.
Yeah. That's
You
true.
look at yourself and say, I want to be there one
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I want to reach my goals and everything. Yes, there is people that I'll be like, oh, she made it, yeah. But at the end of the day, those people are in their own space. You're in your own
True,
space.
true.
You're in your own shoes now.
I get it, because it's the same for me. There's a lot of, when you study architecture, so I study architecture, as I said earlier. When you study architecture, you get exposed to so many architects because most of the buildings that you work with and learn about, of course, are designed by someone. And so you get to know about their life, the design process, and just how they started and all these kind of things. And it's very easy for you to idolize, as you've said, one or two architects and want to emulate their work. But it's also very important, like you said, to want to do it your own way.
Your
And just
own
bring-
path.
Yeah, just bring in your own vibe, especially culturally. You want to touch it in a different way. So I'd say, for me, I agree totally with what you say. My driving factor is always going to be, I want to be the one. And
Yeah.
that sounds so vague, but it sounds like I want to be the one what? The one to do what?
Yeah.
But for me, I
main
want to be
character.
the one.
Main character syndrome.
I wa- it's not even that. But what I mean with this is just, I want to be, like you said, stand up there and be like, I did that. But also for me, I want to bring something new into my industry. I want to be the person you look at and be like, this person introduced this. Before he came, there wasn't any of this.
Yeah, huh?
He came and brought his own flavor, his own style, his own way of doing it. And that's one thing that really drives me. With every single thing that I do, even if it's a hobby, photography, I want to shoot a picture in a slightly different angle, slightly different, brightness, contrast, whatever you want to call it. Maybe use a different
Switch it
aperture.
up.
But switch it up a little bit so people look at it and be like, from the get-go, that is a temple photography.
Yeah.
That's a temple photograph. That's a temple building. That's a temple whatever. But also, I'm still human and I still like the materialistic things also.
Yeah.
So one thing that I like, I'm a very deep car lover. I love cars.
F1.
F1, jeez, listen, if
She
you're
just
someone
read
that
your
has my
mind.
contract, You know the kind of stuff that I post F1 all the time, especially because now it's coming back. I'm excited. My life is complete again. That sports is flowing and every sport that I like is coming back. But the one thing that I like is cars, and there's that one car that I just look at and be like, I want to drive that one day.
Let me guess.
Go on.
A McLaren.
And you see, okay, people.
Did she get it right?
No.
Okay,
Well, obviously, as a car lover, there's a lot of cars that you would like to drive, but there's that one you feel like no matter how rich you are, or if you had all the options in the world and you were allowed to choose only one, you choose that one. And then there's a Mercedes-Benz AMG GTR Pro. If you are a
I
car
don't know
lover,
what it is.
actually, no, let me say
I
this.
know what that car is, but it
Mercedes-Benz
sounds so cool.
AMG GTR Pro, the black series, not just the normal one.
Yeah.
The limited edition one, only 100 were made, and I want to be one of those owners. Out of 100 in the world, I want to own one of them, and best believe you me, I will own it. But a question for
I
both of you
believe
guys, exactly. But a question for both of you guys now. You guys have said that you guys are studying. You study in project management. You're studying electrical engineering, and you guys want to bring the feminine side into it. You want to be uplifters of the female movement into this industry. For both of you, starting with you, Ritabile, how did you get into electrical engineering? What sparked the interest?
So ever since I could remember, I just used to love all those channels to do with engineering, how to make it, how it's done,
True.
the processes behind it, everything behind it. So it was not really like electrical came about later on into life.
Yeah.
But I always knew I was going to engineering, whether civil, whether a mechanical.
So you put things together.
So I love putting things together.
Yeah.
That's what always when I talk to people, I'm like, electrical is not my forever thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to other things because
True.
I know I wanna have that one thing that I said, oh, I built it. This is my thing.
Yeah,
you know?
true.
I want to do everything inside of it.
See,
I want to
that's
do
good.
the electrical aspect of it. I want to do the design aspect of it. I want to do the building and, everything. So, yeah, putting things together was always just my thing.
It makes sense why she's in a relationship, because she puts things together. You see, now that she's with us, she's going to put people together. In the coming Valentine's Day, maybe next year, whatever, we're just going to do some fun where she puts people together and see if she's really good at what she does. But for you, Mbali, what's that one thing that got you into project management, into everything construction, actually?
Anything construction. Okay. So, with me, obviously, I remember I said to you that when I put my heart to something, I keep going for it.
Yeah.
So, for me to decide that I wanted to do anything civil engineering, construction based, I looked at my father and I was like, hey.
Is he
So
in
that's
the
your
industry?
role model in the
That's
industry.
my role model.
the
Yeah.
industry.
Not
that
my
makes
idol,
sense.
my role model.
Okay.
I look at my father and I say, you know what? He's doing big things in our lives.
Yeah.
I wanna be able to do big things in my life too.
Okay.
I wanna be able to hold a cup and say, hey, I'm there.
So this thing runs in the family. It's in the
Yeah.
blood.
It's in the
Construction is in the
bloodline,
bloodline.
Besides it being in the bloodline, I feel like our family loves leadership,
Yeah.
Okay.
faith. That's
Oh, okay, I
our
feel it.
biggest.
Yeah.
When we believe in something, we fully believe in it. When we want something done, we really get it. So we'll say it's in the bloodline.
It's in the blood.
Leadership.
man. It's in the blood.
Yeah.
But now we're going to ask you guys about your first year experience and all that kind of stuff. But before we get into that, if you want to join us here, our little presenter family, especially at EMENDY and at GDC, just hit us up on our socials, on Instagram, on Facebook. That's at EMENDY Institute. And for the GDC people, you have to be a student also for both of these. Remember, you can hit up in GDC's Instagram page at Greenside Design Center. But then, guys, you guys said that both of you guys are now in your second year, right, of whatever you're studying.
Yes.
For those people that are coming in, now we're just going to give them a little bit of information, maybe advice as to how to tackle first year. For those people that are coming in, what advice would you give them as a first year, especially in AIE?
I would give you advice, but then that advice wouldn't really comply with you because I went into school. There was COVID regulations went down, but then there was still that COVID thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a lot of people and stuff. But now things are going back to normal
flowing,
and stuff.
yeah.
It's flowing. Everyone's in campus. But one thing I would say is don't lose yourself. Be who you are.
True.
And literally live your pace of life, make friends. This is like starting afresh. We're thinking.
Just
meet new people, man.
Meet new people. That's how relationships and connections are made.
Yes.
By meeting new people, and you can even find your soulmate. Kapa Jwambal. You can find your soulmate as you meet people. Remember, it's still Valentine's Day, so there's still a chance for everyone that's in class today.
Hey,
there's still a chance to find your soulmate out there.
Last minute Valentine's.
One thing I can say about that, is that don't lose yourself by trying to find people. Don't lose your morals because you want to fit in to certain expectations. I mean, yes, varsity does come with that thing where like, I must dress a certain way. Hey, people are watching you. You end up losing yourself. You lose yourself in that a certain situation. Like, you want to, as Rita Bile says, stick to what you were. Don't now change because now high school is over, a new character. No.
You see, another misconception that people have, based off what you just said right now, Buddy, is that people believe that when you go into varsity, you're supposed to change. Like, you're supposed to become a certain kind of person. I'm saying this because I've seen it with a lot of people. I had friends that were in high school very focused. I don't want to call them nerds, but you know that's what we call them. Very focused A students, and they get into varsity. Now they open up into all the things that the world has to offer, whether it is drinking, smoking, all these things, and it's mainly because they want to fit in. Right?
It's true.
You know what? I feel like there's nothing wrong with a little bit of going to groove, drinking and stuff, but don't make it your personality.
Especially if it isn't.
Don't make it don't make it your lifestyle.
Yeah.
We do have those times where we need to release and you want to go out and you want to go see a show or you know, but don't make it an everyday thing of going out. You just school's like a side hustle.
Yeah.
It's no longer your main.
Yeah, people do that, eh?
Yes.
Watch out for that. Watch out. Every first year.
Also, for first years, you're gonna get so many temptations. They're gonna be like freshers. You're gonna wanna go to socials and stuff.
Your friends will tell you about who's
and then your school's falling behind, and
you're prioritizing things that
you
shouldn't be in
and then you're like, I'm writing tomorrow.
Yeah, and then it starts to kick in
on your shoulders, and you're like, I want to go home. What's this life now? That's why you get so many
emotions.
You get so many high stats of people changing courses, people dropping out.
Yeah, true.
It's because of that fast lifestyle that you guys have, because of that freedom that you get.
Yeah.
And then it catches up to you, and then you're like, damn. What's going on?
What happened? Yeah.
What's going on?
So, and it happens so quickly that by the time you get to the end, it's like,
it was a problem. So
no.
Okay, so is all this based off of your guys' first year experience, or are you just giving them the general tip of?
No. I don't want to lie. My first weeks, because I got my place. I'm from Rustenburg.
Yeah.
So new town. Knew everything.
Anyone.
I don't know any. Okay, I had my best friend, and we were also new in town. Yeah. So we want to experience everything. It was the first month.
First mistake.
We were going out. We were seeing people. We were going to shows, and we were like, "Entlek skolo." What's this?
It's
we're here for school.
Easy to do that. Let me tell you something. It's very easy to slip into that, especially in Johannesburg. Everything happens here. The shows, the celebrities, the literally lifestyle.
Get lost in the crowd.
Is here. And the myth is very true, because a lot of people have a myth about Johannesburg and getting lost into the nightlife.
It's not a myth, guys. It's true.
So,
it's true.
Especially, like you said, from Rustenburg, the Northwest, right?
Yes.
Northwest represented in this house now.
Hey.
You're saying you're from Rustenburg. A lot of the people that come from these smaller towns, coming into Johannesburg, coming into the big place, big rush, big traffic, just everything is fast-paced, fast life now. They need to know this kind of information, because now, when you're not really used to this kind of exposure, and you get into this place and you don't know yourself, or you're not true to yourself, it is very easy for you to slip into just havoc of a lifestyle.
It's true.
So it's good that you guys are giving these people this kind of advice. Now let's switch off from the school side of it, because you guys now you finished school for I don't know how long, you finished high school, you're in the varsity life now, you're living for yourself, you have a little bit more freedom. What would you give what advice would you give to newcomers, to first years, that is outside of the school world? Just casual, normal life advice.
You wanna go first?
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay, let me throw in. Okay. So, this is to all the first years. It doesn't matter if you're from AIE, EMENDY, Greenside, VIT, UP, all of them.
Yeah.
Remember where you come from.
Mm.
Remembering your morals,
Yeah.
who you believe in. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you believe in God, Allah. Remember the things that you were taught at home.
Yeah. Mm.
If mom used to say, hey, don't do it now because you don't see her as much.
Yeah, true. Hey, but
Because the lessons our parents teach us from kids, they're the ones that help us now.
Yes.
You know, I've been in so many situations like, oh, now I see why my mom used to say this. So now I see why my dad used to say this. It's because of that. It's because they basically prepare you. They've been in these positions. They know what they're talking about. Yes, sometimes they will be like, ukadi.
And it happens a lot. You know, you're gonna get into those
places where you think, okay, let's speak
scenarios.
about groups.
Yeah, you're gonna get into that scenario where you be like, you know, my mom spoke about this, or my dad spoke, or my aunt spoke about this. Like, this is actually happening and stuff, and it's gonna be like, phew.
I know a friend, not gonna mention names. She told me she's an older friend. She's like a sister, and she was giving me advice. Like obviously when I was going into my first year, she's like, now when she moved into Riz, she thought it was a party. It's proper now. Like I'm living by myself. I won't have mom who keeps remember that. So then she told me that one time, her friend kept saying to her, and this was about at 8 at night. Hey man, there's a meet and greet with kids from a different campus. So let's go.
Yeah.
And then they went.
But here's also the thing now, and I want to challenge you guys on this question right here, because I know when we speak of advice, we always try to give the advice that we believe is right, but also the kind of advice that would please, like you're saying, your parents, keep your morals, remain true to yourself. But the reality is, and I know this is for everyone, we are all youth, we're all young, and the fact of the matter is, the truth is, all of us have a life that our parents don't know about. Let's be honest. We do. There's a lot of things that your parents,
Not all of us.
There's a lot of things that your parents know about you, but there's some things that they don't know about you. And I'm not saying whatever it is that your life is outside of your family, outside of your parents, is a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't want to call it a personality, but there's a side of you that your parents might not have seen, that only gets exposed when you get to your friends, when you get outside of there, because
that allowed you,
because of course when you're with your parents, when you're with your family, you have that kind of respect, the composure.
Let me tell you, my mom always says, I'm really like, I'm out there, I'm loud and stuff, but when I get to people, I'm like the mom of the group. I'm always making sure people are like are straight.
Exactly.
I'm always like, guys, do you have your phones? Do you have your things? And my mom's like, when are you probably like the wild friend? And I'm actually not.
You're the one who takes care of people.
You're actually the disciplined one.
Yes.
That's very interesting to know. I'm actually that kind of person, but I think I'm bordering on both. I'm right in between. I want to make sure everyone's safe and good.
And you also want to
I also want to make sure everyone's having the best time of their life. So I stay right in between, you know, so you have to have that kind of balance. And that's also something that you have to consider with your life. I mean, we're speaking of, you know, coming into this place, into Johannesburg, into a big place. Out of high school, you get exposed to the nightlife. Is it possible, actually, to balance that life with your academics and your family?
Okay, let's just get this out of the way. Personally, I am not a nighttime person. I haven't fully experienced. I think maybe when I'm in my 20s, I'll start seeing the life. But for now, it's a situation of like, I was born Johannesburg. I'm used to seeing all of this. I'm not from Rustenburg. I've seen people.
So
I'm not entertained by those things because maybe it's because I come from here. Maybe if I move maybe to Cape Town, I'll see, hey, wake up now. It's about to get fun. Hey, there's a change of environment. But for now, I will say that I am stable and happy with where I am right now.
Yeah.
Choosing obviously my academics and my family life first. Yes, I do want to go out with friends, but I also choose my friendship group wisely.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you don't choose people that are too rowdy to you. Like
they don't align
with your energy.
Yeah,
just because she wears a certain way, I now want to chill with her. No.
That's great. That's great, man. So now, at least for you, it's a little bit easier because you don't have to balance.
Yeah.
Yours is just really strictly about one kind of lifestyle, and you stick to that. Well, for now, you stick to that. What about you, Ritabile? Do you have to balance, or are you just like Mbali where you feel like you've just lived one life, and keep it that way?
I don't have to balance because I don't make it a priority to go out all the time. So there's not that sense of, oh, I need to balance my school and stuff. I know when I need to go out when I don't have a lot of work, you know. Yeah. When there's like an event coming up and I'm like, oh, I need to finish all my work. No, it doesn't happen like that.
True.
It's just that one day I'm like, oh, let's go out. Yeah. Let's just go to Headfield. Let's go to Bram. Let's go eat. Let's go.
Hey, you travel from Headfield to Bram.
To Midrand.
What you mean, it's a joke.
Yeah,
you traveling.
That's a lot.
I see why you say you like traveling. When you don't have a problem with traveling.
Yes,
I can
guys,
take you anywhere.
You know my
time. It's Uber and car train and taxi. Mostly. Yo, problem.
You are everywhere.
Guys, remember this? Like, this was all new to me. Like, when I got here, I was so fascinated with the how train. I was like, yo,
there's a train that moves that fast.
Train that moves that fast. And I was like, yo.
Hey, it's a lot.
Nah, but that's interesting, man. It's so fun to hear from you guys and just hear about your life and your story and all the advice that you have for everyone that's stepping into the varsity life. It's top of the hour now. I just wanted to remind you that you're still listening to the Lunchtime Show with your favorites, Tepo and Rita.
Yeah.
This is Lunchtime Live with Rita and Tepo. So what we're going to do now is we're going to step into a little bit of the easier side of the conversation for today. Now that we know our presenters, we know who Mbali is, we know who Ritabile is, I just want to talk to you guys about something that has been touching me personally, and I think the whole of South Africa.
The whole of South Africa.
I guess you guys know, I'm sure you guys know this, you're very youthful, you guys have phones, TVs, you know everything that is happening in South Africa right now. The tragic passing of our beloved SA hip-hop icon, aka, guys, wow.
Yo.
Who saw this one coming?
No.
I feel like no one. It's a big shift in the industry, hip-hop wise. No one was expecting that.
You know, honestly, I'm still very shocked.
So young.
I still feel like it. I feel like it's a joke, man.
Yeah, I feel like
they're gonna come back and be like,
Super Mega still here.
Yeah,
bro. I feel like we've lost such an icon, man, and the loss is not just for the family. The loss is for the entire country.
Yeah.
Because this is someone that we grew up with, especially if you're a hip hop fan. Not even a hip hop fan, but a music fan.
Yes.
You grew up listening to AKA. He's giving us hits like Congratulate and Jega.
Yo.
Hey.
All these kind of hits that you
congratulate. Hey, that was so fun. Fun days.
You know, but he's given us so many hits.
When life was easy.
When life was easy. I didn't even know you listened to such music.
What do you think I listen to? I'm a Barbie girl.
Come on, that's South African.
Yeah, South
top
African.
there, like it's top music.
That's hip hop. That's true music. That's SA music. But like I said, man, SA hip hop in general and the music industry in general actually lost a huge icon. There's so much to talk about his career. I mean, I just want to ask you guys before I get to even naming his accolades, what was AKA to you as a music fan? I know Ritabile, you listen to hip hop music.
I do.
I'm not really sure if you
also.
This child. A lot of hip hop. So basically, AKA was music. He was South African music. He stood for South Africa because he didn't only do hip hop.
Yeah.
He would do your wedding songs. He would do your I'm a piano nyana. He would like hop onto that, but not really, but like he was South Africa. He was culture. Like he was
true,
what
man.
South Africa represents.
Yeah, true. Mbali, do you have any experience of AKA in your life having an impact, whether it is just as something as simple as a song that you remember and you say, man, when I remember the song, I remember back in the old days when things were very easy, very nice. Does he have that kind of impact in your life?
So, obviously, okay, let me just say, my mom is the one who used to, back then, used to be the one, did you hear this song? Because she used to work in China. So, obviously, it's traffic in the morning. What you gonna do? You're gonna listen to the radio, and they're always playing sick beats, proper music. Yeah. So my mom would come back and be like, "Hey, remember? You listen to the song, listen to the," and you're sitting and you're like, "I am the young one here. I should know it before you." But she'd always know it, and I think that created that little bit of a bond that we have with our families.
Like he literally closed the space between the youth and
the older people, because everybody can listen to his music. It wasn't all
it's vibey songs. I mean, he created songs like, for example, Jika. It's a wedding song.
That was like
everyone knows that song.
You could be in your 30s getting married. You play that song and you vibe it.
Yep.
It's not youthful. It's not one of those songs like trap music. You'd say, no, this one is for the youth.
Every time when I'm listening to trap, my mom's like, "What are you listening to?"
And also, like, he doesn't have too many vulgar words in you know how you can't be listening to stuff in the car with your parents. When you've connected to Bluetooth, you must strategize the way you play your music.
Yeah, man. But
so you were able to always run back to his songs and vibey.
But AK has always been that kind of artist for us, man. And he's had so many accolades, so many hit songs. I mean, when we're speaking of awards that he's received, he has been voted the best male artist in 2012 in the South African Music Awards.
Wow.
Yeah, he's done a lot of impactful things in the music industry. You know, he's won the best collaboration at the African Music Magazine Awards in 2013. He's been nominated for BETs. He's been nominated for MTV Africa Music Awards back in the year 2014. And in the same year, he was nominated for Most Gifted Hip Hop Award at Channel O Africa Music Awards. So it just shows you that he has touched not just South Africa, but Africa and the world in general. Like, his music was really, really international.
It was very international.
I didn't even know that. That's so cool, man.
Yeah, he's international.
And he was still going bigger. Hey, super mega.
He was, man. We were anticipating a very good album. He was. I'm sure they're still gonna release it. Hopefully that the album is complete. But you know, it was gonna be much more meaningful when he was still around, and it was just gonna hit different because we were gonna celebrate his success with him. You know, we all want super mega. We all want to enjoy his success with him. He has a lot of hit songs that have hit multiple diamonds and in gold and platinum. Songs like G, God, Fella in Versace, All Eyes on Me. These are all songs.
And lemons.
Nightlife people.
And lemons.
You can see nightlife people.
Yeah,
but he's also had iconic songs that touched SA hip hop in general. Songs like Composure.
That was such a controversial song.
What kind of magic did that song do to SA hip hop as a whole?
Okay. Yeah, it made a lot of conversations. Remember with, I don't know if I should mention the other artist.
Yeah, no.
But you remember, like, it was debatable. Like, everyone was like, yo, this is my favorite. Did you hear this lyrics? Did you hear this bar? Everyone was just talking about it.
I feel like it was very impactful. It brought back hip-hop beef in its purest form. Because in South Africa, the most of the times when we heard of hip-hop beef, it always was overseas. The likes of Drake and Meek Mill.
Besides the bad of the beef and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll say till this day, that was one of the best beefs in South Africa.
If not the best, right?
It was the best.
Because, I mean,
I'm telling you, it was. Even now, people are still talking about it. Years to come, people will still talk about it.
And that's just because it was AKA.
Yes.
He was a global icon to a lot of the people that came up. The likes of Casper Nyovest used to look up to AKA. And when that beef blew up, it was such a huge thing because you know what AKA did? He named dropped most of the hip hop industry.
Yep.
He wasn't really shy about it. He didn't hide it. He took shots at all these people, Ricky Rick, KO, and Nati, and he made sure that they all knew that he's coming for them.
Yes.
Confident. That was another thing about AKA.
The inner lion in him came for him.
You could say his beef was, like, not even his beef. his thing was not malicious.
Yeah.
He would just call you out and just be friends with you the next day. You see shaking.
You know, that's funny
shaking
because he
hands
just
and stuff.
released that song, and then after that, he didn't say anything bad anymore.
Exactly.
He let the rest of the artists go crazy with these responses, and he was just like, I dropped my song, man, and it was the biggest song in the country at that time, especially in hip hop, and he just let it do its own thing. So now that we're speaking about the beef and all that kind of stuff, and you've seen, I'm sure recently, the little, I want to call them little beefs because they didn't really blow up like that one did. With Abo, Casper, with the big dude that calls himself Inkabi. What's his name? Big Zulu.
Big Zulu.
Oh no.
And seeing how when AK was still around and when he released Composure and the beef was immense and to a higher degree, and now you get beefs like this. I mean, now it's KO versus Ndugza. It's really dumbing down a little bit. Would you say that South African hip hop is dead?
It's not dead per se, but we are so focused in Amapiano now because that's the new, like everyone is listening to Amapiano. The UK is hopping onto Amapiano. The US is so that's the focus now, and everyone is just, you know, Amapiano.
That's the now.
But
say that.
But I feel like the hip hop people are also pulling their stuff because if you listen to radio, Black is
everywhere.
playing. You know, your Madlera is playing
Madlera everywhere. 25K.
Your 25K is Tataso. Like,
I do not know what that is.
She said what that is.
This child.
You're not listening to hip hop then. If you
Exactly.
don't know 25, I'll put you on.
We need to culture you. You are, this is culture.
Yes.
Culture.
Culture shock.
But speaking of these guys that you just mentioned, Abu Blake, Maclera, these are upcoming artists.
I know. No, I wouldn't
not say upcoming, but
Blackie. He's been in the industry.
He's established now. I mean,
yes,
it's been what 2 years.
That he's been out there. So I don't know. I don't know who's upcoming, but I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in the industry, the hip hop aspect of the industry.
Yeah. We'll get to the upcoming artists. I just want to touch on the ones that you just mentioned right now, because, like you said, they are the ones that are really running it for hip hop. I mean, mostly now, if you hear of a hip hop song that comes out and it's hot, it has a Maclera verse on it. Yes. It has a Blackie verse on it. It has a 25K verse on it. It is produced by Mash Beats, by Audio Mark. You know,
I'm gonna sit back for this one.
You must sit back for this one. But you know, it's produced by these guys. Would you say that they're the ones running hip hop now? Because we're not hearing a lot of Casper. We're not hearing a lot of, you know, Youngster CPT. We're not hearing a lot of these guys.
All we hear about Casper.
Yeah, the new school is driving. You know, like let's give this new school a chance. They're the ones who are now in the limelight. Like we watching them now. Like we watching what they can see, what they can do.
Yeah.
Because with Casper and them, Casper's already like built his name.
True.
He can take it anyway, and we still be like, yo, Casper is the
Casper is still hip
drops
hop.
one.
He can
and
drop
like,
one song now, and we're all listening to Casper because he's established like that. So now we're like looking into this new school, like we're waiting to see what difference they're gonna make in this industry, like with AKA and stuff.
That's true, man. And when you speak of the likes of Casper, we know Casper is a very versatile artist. He can touch on kwaito and kill it, piano and kill it, hip hop and kill it. And it's one of the very things that we lack in South Africa as a music industry. Because if you look at, for example, in the United States, you get people like Drake that can touch any genre, whether it's hip hop, R&B, soul, and make it a hit.
Didn't he release an album with Black Coffee?
Yeah, he did, which wasn't the biggest thing. But funny enough, we think it wasn't the biggest of things, but the numbers it did.
The numbers don't lie.
Numbers
and
don't
you know
lie.
what's the problem with South Africans? They love to box people in.
Yeah.
With it was a shock when Drake did the whole house thing.
Yeah.
But then we only hopping onto it now because like
now
he's putting South African artists on. We're like, oh yeah, like
true, man. I mean,
that's something like.
I think that album showed the versatility of Drake in its purest form, because we already knew Drake can hop on an R&B song and make you cry. Drake can hop on a hip hop song and make you dance all night. He's given us hits year after year, and that's the one album that just showed us that Drake is here to stay. As much as he's been in the industry for so long, he's still here and pushing. So when it comes to our artists, like we're speaking of Casper, the late great AKA, the late great Ricky Rick, and all these guys that were our idols in South African hip hop, and now are a little bit on the low because of the new school. Would you say that, like you were saying, we boxed Drake in? Are we boxing our old hip hop icons in, and we're not allowing them to really open up?
With Casper, you can see all the time. If he's trying to do an amapiano song, they're like, the first few days they're like, well, now aren't you doing hip hop? Aren't you doing this with hip hop?
Then you listen to the song,
and then you listen to the song, and then you like, Ayep was such a big song. Not Ayep, what was it?
It's a lot.
You see that song? That was such a big song back then, 2019. Yeah, we were jamming.
That brings a lot of memories now. I'm like, woo! Back to that December with our families.
But now this is the question right here, and I like that you mentioned the fact that, you know, he steps out into this other genre and makes it work. And we're speaking about Casper now. I've seen the likes of AKA and Ricky Rick try it. A couple of other people have switched over. I don't know if you know a rapper called Reason. He was one of the very beautiful lyricists in South African hip hop, and now he's switched over. Still is. But now he's doing Amapiano. He even changed his name to I can't remember what it's called. Alakim, something Alakim, something like that. And do you think we are fair on them as much as we are on Casper, or is it that they're just not making as good of music as Casper?
I think because Casper has built such a
name,
like even like the brand.
Yeah.
With the liquor that he does, you can't buy the liquor and not remember Casper or his songs and stuff. So he's like a brand, nah. And with him, Reason. Yeah. His name is big, obviously, but then you know the youngers, like they're the ones who push your brand and stuff. Casper has such a big brand that young people are looking up to him. True. Reason, if you speak about Reason, the young ones will be like, who?
Who's Reason? Yeah.
Who's that?
Because they listen to hip hop or to music for young ones. Just a clear indication of what we're talking about. Young ones don't know who Reason is. But
you're making yourself seem so old.
We know old, we just old in the industry.
Exactly. But
of music.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're right, because Casper from the very get-go appealed to the youth. Doc Shebeleza.
Yes.
Every child in South Africa.
With the pony. Remember when everyone was doing the
ponytail?
So he really went crazy with an influence on the youth. And even old people started to open up to him. I'm saying this because I know my own mom.
Yes, my mom
loves
Casper so much.
She used to sing Doc Shebeleza and I'm like, woman.
My mom got excited. I was going to collect my driver's license.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking. So obviously my mom dropped me off.
Yeah.
Didn't have my license yet. Couldn't drive myself. She dropped me off at the licensing department, and she's like, "No, she's going down the road. She's coming back." So she took long.
Yeah.
So from the time she left to the time she picked me up, a Rolls Royce came.
Oh, in your vest.
Yes. I saw it parked, but I wasn't seeing properly.
Yeah, in your vest, you know, you can see it from afar.
Aye. Then you see the van walk out and you like, everybody froze at the licensing department. Everybody froze.
That's so cool.
His presence was like, okay,
it was felt.
You know, I have a funny story about Casper also.
I even have a picture.
I have a funny story about Casper. And this is really recent. I think it happened not over a month ago.
Yeah.
I was walking and he was at Mall of Africa doing the push for the ROF. What does he call it? Something of fame.
Okay. Root of Fame.
Root of Fame. Root of Fame. His brand. And I'm at MOA and I'm walking to Clicks, right? I have my earphones on, so I can't hear what's happening around me. And I'm not turning back. I'm not looking who's behind me. And as I'm walking, do you know those stores where they sell like phone covers? Those stores that you find in the mall? So I'm walking and there's a lady that sells these things here at that store. And she starts screaming like, ah! She's pointing, she's screaming. So I'm thinking to myself, okay.
Is she okay?
Is she okay? Like, what's happening now? So she's screaming, she's like, ah! She's pointing. And this is a funny part. She's the only one that's screaming in the mall. So I'm thinking maybe she just won the lotto or something. She just saw some good news on her phone.
Some good news.
So I take off my earphones and she's screaming. And then I turn back. And right behind me, not even 3 steps away, is Casper and his team.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, this is why she's screaming. But when I turned around, I wasn't expecting to see Casper. So I was a little bit starstruck. I looked back and I was like, I gave like, oh, this is why this person is screaming. And you could see how he's walking, like, Mufasa vibe. Yeah. All the confidence he exudes, man. That I've arrived thing, you can sense it from the way they walk.
I feel like you guys, because I'm from Rustenburg and like Casper's really big in Northwest.
He's from
Northwest.
Yeah.
So he did fill up Rustenburg, Royal Bafokeng. I went there, I was 16. No, guys, I begged my parents. I really begged my parents. I was like, this is the first concert I'm gonna go to. It's gonna be safe. You know when you're trying to convince your parents that I'm gonna go with all my friends. It's gonna be safe.
We are going to keep our phones on.
We got there at 2, right? We got there at 2, so we came stand there by the front, and he was performing
2 a.m.
No, 2
in the afternoon,
2 p.m. So he was performing around about 10 o'clock and stuff. So imagine standing there from 2 to just witness Casper. That's how I wanted to see him.
Yeah.
Guys, when Casper performed,
you cried.
Come on, like you can feel his like when I tell you that man has stage presence.
Jeez, I've seen it.
He will literally make you like as if like he's performing for you alone. I was there like
I was screaming my love your life.
I do agree with the stage presence. I went to that Nelson Mandela what was it called at the FNB Stadium?
Global
Citizen. That one. And I remember there was a lot of international stars. Obviously, most of us went there wanting to see a Beyonce and a Jay-Z and Ed Sheeran.
And a lot of people said like they felt Casper more than Beyonce. And I was like,
let me tell you.
What are you saying?
I will tell you from someone that was there. It is 100% true. I'm not going to say more than anyone because I felt like when Beyonce entered the stage, the whole stadium erupted. And of course it was Beyonce. The whole stadium just raised the roof. But it was different when Casper entered because you felt like we still accept him. There's international artists right here in front of us. Wizkid was there. Big names were there. It's people that you look up to, you watch on TV, you grew up watching on TV, grew up listening to their music. And this one chance you have to see them, but you still get excited for Mufasa.
Yeah.
And I remember he walked in, everyone was just going, Mufasa. And it was electrifying. Nice. It was one of the greatest experiences as a music lover. When you get tears in your eyes, but you don't want to cry.
You don't want to cry, but then this is such a nice
man.
moment. Yeah.
The atmosphere there was amazing.
Oh, that one moment when you connect your phone to Bluetooth in the car.
Yeah.
And you listen to that one song that just sets your mood.
Yeah. Funny enough, I still listen to his Tulufelo album.
Yeah.
I listen to it.
That's timeless.
That's it. That's longevity in the music industry. Being able to have that good of music that you can listen to 5 years, more than 5 years after it released, is beautiful. And it's something that AKA had also.
Yes.
I listen to Sim Dope every day. And when I'm saying every day, I'm not lying. But you know this, I play Sim Dope the other day. It's every day. It's a beautiful song. It's the longevity. Now, coming back to the young people in the industry, do you see anyone right now, you mentioned the Magleras, the Blackie, that is going to have that sort of longevity in the music industry?
There is. Like your Blackie.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to his first, not his first album, but like his first popular album that everyone was listening to.
Yeah.
So I think there's still potential.
Yeah.
Like, we should give them like really like
the
time.
So
and this. Not the space, but the time.
But not only the males are going big in South Africa.
Also the females.
The females also, yeah.
And they're playing sick tracks.
Yes.
We have the likes of D Koala coming up. There's a lot of people. Tam Carson's coming up. There's a lot of people that are.
I mean, that was so unexpected.
Yeah.
Elaine is you know what, Elaine.
We enjoy her.
I love her.
We love her.
I'm just patient with her.
She
I feel like she needs to find herself.
If she kind of had to release another album now, we would go mad.
I think
Shekinah, oh my gosh,
Shekinah
I love her so much. I wish you could.
Yeah, actually, you guys are actually touching on to what I was gonna speak about next, right? And this is the type of genre and how long the genre stays relevant. We speak of, let's go to house music a little bit. Gom came in and it was the biggest thing South Africa has ever seen. Wherever you were going, Gom was playing. Whether it was in KZN, in Gauteng, in Free State, Gom was the biggest thing. Gqom was listened to by people that couldn't even understand the language. I mean, people that couldn't
just like I'm a piano now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge thing. And now we have piano. Gqom is still big in, KZN and in some parts of the country. But it's not as big as it was when it first came. And now we have piano. Piano is doing rounds, and everywhere you go, you need to hear a piano song, or there's something wrong about that place. So it's that big now.
It's a mood setter, actually. Think of it. Like, if you walk into random place, the first thing you hear is Amapiano. Think of it.
Yeah, true. I mean, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Radio stations, on TV, they even play it on the background.
It's because they're making a noise. Like, the artists are really pushing their work. Remember with hip hop back then, like South Africa. Remember what's his name? He's also from Mafikeng. Double HP.
Double HP, yes.
Remember
hip hop bands, the originators of hip hop.
I'm young.
Don't wait. Don't tell me you don't know. Say you don't listen to him. Like, you don't know him.
I know him, Mara. If you had to be like pop quiz, one song.
Okay, no, alright, yeah.
Yes, remember how we used to just like, it's because we're exposed to that.
Yeah.
Now that we're exposed to Amapiano is like literally
it's
everywhere.
The thing.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
So this is what I want to talk about, the longevity of it. We had Gqom, and we thought Gqom is the biggest thing to ever happen to South Africa, because it also came out and it was blazing.
It was in movies. It was everywhere.
It was everywhere, exactly.
Yes.
It was really associated with African music. I remember the likes of Babes Wodumo even got on an album for Black Panther, the first Black Panther. She was invited to be on the album, the musical album for the first Black Panther.
Wow.
The likes of those people, that's how big Gqom was back in the day.
Yep.
And right now, when you think of Babes Wodumo, she's still queen of Gqom, but
She is.
it's not entirely about the music anymore as much as it's about the scandals. But let's not talk about that right now. What we're talking about is the longevity of it. How long do you think Amapiano is going to stay relevant? Because if we're talking longevity, look at hip hop now and R&B. I mean, they're still very huge. Don't get me wrong. They're still big. But the biggest thing right now is trap music. Trap artists are the ones winning the awards. Trap artists are the ones getting the shows. Trap artists are the ones getting the label deals, the Nike deals, all these things. So they become the face of hip hop. And trap is fairly new.
What I feel with that, it's because of the American culture we have adopted.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the Nike deals, obviously it's gonna go to the trap artists because that's what's big in the US and the UK and stuff. But because our hip hop artists are not getting the deals that you're talking with the big brands like that, it seems as if like it's not relevant or the longevity is not there. But it is still there. It's just that it's not how you take trap, because trap is everywhere. You put on your radio.
I mean, even in South Africa, Black is a trapper, right? Yeah. I mean, he's a trap artist.
But not everyone is gonna listen to trap because that's not what South Africans listen to. Like,
yeah, true.
They do listen to it, but then it's not the music that, it's not our comfort music. It's not the music that we could fall into.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, let's give it time. The youth are gonna, we're gonna
uprise.
Yeah, uprise.
What do they call our generation? Generation Z.
Yeah,
yes.
The fresh ones that don't know double HP.
Yes, the generation Z.
Yeah, the generation Z is gonna.
We're taking on.
Yeah.
You know, we always have this thing. We cannot teach old dogs new tricks. Yeah. Right.
True.
So why don't the new people teach themselves now for those new ones that are coming? We must be able to tell them, this is the it.
Nah, you're true. Really, really right about that. But yeah, man, I mean, the music industry, like, we just want to wrap up this music industry topic. It's really huge nowadays. And you mentioned these youngins that are coming in and how they're really taking on, like, the challenge of becoming the new faces of hip hop in South Africa. Globally, also, we have fresh people that are coming up. NLE Chopper, Lil Baby, these guys that are really making moves in the music industry. And we just want to, this is a sort of a tribute to say that most of these guys that are coming in now have some way taken inspiration from the late great AKA. And it is a beautiful thing to see how he has impacted music.
If you could see like all the posts on Instagram, Twitter, all the socials, you'll be surprised how many people got inspired by him to join the music industry. Got like they didn't like. He was a role model to a lot of people, especially to the colored community.
Yeah.
He was really big there.
Yeah, true, man. True.
Like you talk about AKA, he's a real representation of the colored community.
He is Cape Town's excellence.
Yeah, he really is.
So it's a great loss, man. Condolences to the family, of course. Condolences to all of South Africa.
All of South Africa.
And his baby girl, she was robbed of a great father.
Yeah, man. It's a sad thing, sad times that we're living in right now. So condolences to the family, to all of music lovers, to South Africa as a whole. We've lost a global icon, and we'll always continue to shine his light as he did on the youth and the whole of the country. He's a beautiful artist. But now we're going to move into something really interesting. Today it's a test run. We're not going to call it a launch. But funny enough, yesterday was World Radio Day. Did you guys know that?
Hey,
I didn't know that.
But I knew that. I knew it was
that.
World Radio Day. It was all over the radio.
Really?
Okay.
How did you... Okay, I was going to ask now, how did you know? But you just mentioned it
all over
also.
the radio.
So you do listen to radio?
Yeah, I do listen to radio like that. I listen to radio like that. Because it was always that thing, in the mornings when you go to school with your parents, when your parents are the ones who
I used to listen to radio because of my dad.
Yeah.
In the morning, it was like it was routine.
Oh.
Listen to the radio before you get to school.
Wow.
And it's funny enough, like, I'm only updated of news through the radio. You never see me
watching news.
Watching the news.
On TV.
I don't watch TV also.
No.
Okay, I'm a big reader, so I'll go on my laptop and see all the trending stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I get my news.
The news. But it's trends. It's not actual website of the news.
No, like, you know how you go into your websites and stuff, you get all the news going on.
True.
Yeah.
No, man, but it's amazing that they're actually now recognizing the impact of radio, because this is only the 12th edition of the Radio Day, the World Radio Day. It started back in February in 2011.
Really?
Right, so this is only the 12th edition. So it falls every February 13th. So for everyone who just wants to write it on the calendar, just to celebrate us presenters on Radio Day, it runs every year annually on the 13th of February. So it's just interesting that how we are launching this, just after World Radio Day. It's written in the stars, if you might say.
Hey.
But we have a lot of people that...
It shows that we're gonna make it up there. Yeah. We have to make it up there.
We have a lot of people that are huge in radio in South Africa. Buddy, do you know of the biggest radio presenters in South Africa? Just to shine a light on them and give them their flowers.
So, to those that I listen to, these
Okay.
are the people that I personally highlight as great radio presenters, right? I'm gonna give her also to give a look. So, Proverb, obviously. We all know Proverb.
Proverb is,
presenter.
very good lyricist turned presenter. He's big because he has also not just a radio brand, but also
Proverb is
TV.
the idols.
Yes, the presenter of
the
idols.
presenter.
Oh,
yes.
So you can see how it plays out for him. Yeah, he's a
So
good
he's
presenter.
huge, yeah.
He's always been in media then.
Yeah, that's
Do you
why
know
he
Ranaka also, even though she
I
had
love to
that
know
little...
Yeah, do you know Ranaka? You what?
I love her.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say
I
something
love
else.
And her family, remember they had that show?
The show.
that
The
plays?
Ranakas.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know Ranaka's huge, man? She's on Kaya FM now, running the morning show with Saul Penduka. But she's a huge radio personality.
She is.
You
Yo,
have to think
my
of her.
favorite, my personal favorite, Tando Tevete. Oh, guys, that woman.
Tanda Taburi.
Hey, she's just so always full of energy,
She
guys.
is.
True,
She gives
true.
us presence
Always.
when you're listening to the radio. You're like, oh.
I even watched this I'll call it a podcast, a video. They pranked her once. They parked her Porsche at a lower level than what she parked. And her reaction was just the best.
She thought she lost the car.
She thought she lost a whole Porsche.
That's not, man. But these guys,
So
yeah,
there's also DJ Fresh. We've all
iconic.
known. Yeah,
DJ Fresh is iconic.
Fresh,
You don't
DJ
think
Brain.
of radio. Yeah.
Who else? There's a lot, guys. There's
For
a lot.
me, my personal favorite, and this is because I'm a sports lover, and I aspire to be at the same level as this person one day when it comes to the sporting side of media and radio. Robert Marawa, a huge influence when it comes to sports. He's been on Super Sport. He's the face of Super Sport, one might say.
She doesn't know him much.
Robert Marawa did. Yeah, clearly she's not really into sports like that.
Yeah.
But Robert Marawa is huge radio presenter, huge sports personality. But there's also the likes of, Euphonic and Bob Mabena, people that are both in music and in radio. And they've just impacted it in the same way, the same high intensity. So, it's great.
Can I just add to that top 10 also?
Okay.
Guys, something we didn't mention. Skumba and Dumiso.
Skumba is like pure comedy.
He's really funny.
My parents love this too.
No.
They would even call each other to say, hey, put on the radio, they on. Literally.
Skumba is very, very comical. I love his comedy. I feel like he's very funny and he's naturally funny.
Yes.
That's what makes him a star.
The Trevor Noah that stayed in South Africa.
Okay.
The one that stayed.
Oh my goodness.
Trevor is our national treasure.
Listen, here.
Let
Don't
him
speak
flourish.
on Trevor. Don't speak on
We're
Trevor.
angry at them. We're angry at them. They're leaving us.
Don't speak
Elon
on Trevor.
Musk was from here. Think of it. They're leaving us to make big things. Yes, we do promote
Don't
going
speak
big.
on Trevor.
We do promote going big, Mara. Hey,
Trevor is a national treasure.
National treasure.
Tell her, watch your tone.
When it comes to Trevor,
Don't step on our cons.
Hey, listen here. Don't step on our
we'll
toes.
deal with you.
But that's World Radio Day. That was yesterday. It runs every year, 13th of February. This year was the 12th edition. Started back in 2011. But today is another special day, especially if you have a special somebody.
For the lovers out there.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
And
Valentine's Day shouldn't only be for couples.
It's just
Why?
love.
Even
It's
for your
Why?
friends.
No,
lovers.
no.
Love.
No.
What we understand.
Don't
to
take
be
this
is
day
love.
away
How
from
girls-
the couples.
You know how we now doing I don't know how
Clementine.
Clementines. What's
with your
Clementines?
friends, like you
Oh,
just
jeez. You guys made it a
Yes.
thing now?
Yes. Because honestly, celebrating Valentine's Day personally, I think is quite pointless.
Okay, but I don't
It's a
agree.
money-making scheme.
But I
Think
don't
of
agree
it.
with you saying that it shouldn't be about couples only. Why are you trying to take this special day from couples away?
Because it's not originated from that. Tell us about the history.
I'm going
of
to give you a little
Valentine's.
bit of history about Valentine's Day and where
let's
it
hear you
actually
out.
started. Before we even get to how it became about love and buying you a car in the middle of a stadium wrapped in a red box, we just want to find out why it's a thing, right? So it has quite of a dark history. Not as light and as bright as people think, because now it's all about love and red and white and brightness. But from February 13th to February 15th, back in the olden days, on the origins of Valentine's Day, the Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia, right? Now, what happens in this feast is that the men sacrificed a goat and a dog.
And a dog.
And a dog. So you must eat
Okay.
dogs. I'm joking.
No.
I'm joking. But the men sacrificed a goat and a dog, right? And then whipped the women with the hides from the animals that they just slain. So they actually whipped the women with the skin and the hides of the animals that they just slain. You want to wonder, why would they do this, right? But I mean, it was a religious thing back in the day when the young women would actually themselves line up for the men to hit them because they believed it made them more fertile.
Yo, so why are we celebrating this? Actually? Like, what?
Exactly what I said.
Why are we
like,
getting? Where did we get the love?
Because now it's dark.
where is the love in all of that?
Because it has a lot of
GBV, bruv. That is so gender-based violence.
it speaks of a lot of. It's like a dominant and a submissive situation where the men are whipping the females with these things, and we don't even know why they sacrificed the goats
and
the
the
dogs.
dog.
What
Poor dog, for goodness sake, what did it do?
we don't know who they were sacrificing it to, because mainly or mostly when you sacrifice, you're sacrificing to a higher
power.
deity, a higher power. So we're not really sure who they were worshipping. So now we are associating ourselves with this Valentine's Day.
Who are they?
And
we're
we're
probably
trying to-
dealing with Satan.
We're
here.
trying to figure out how it got to the point where we made it about love and about splashing all this money and buying flowers and
And
roses.
funny enough, yes, we do not have the slaughtering and the whipping and all of that. But why are the men the one buying the gifts? Think of it. Like, isn't that a way of saying that
The men are no.
the higher power?
No. It's actually opposite. Now, I feel like
Now, yes, but think of it. Valentine's Day, your boyfriend must buy you a gift. Think of it.
which is something that shouldn't be so. Am I right?
It shouldn't be.
It should be about both parties.
But Valentine's in general.
You know, with Valentine's now, you know what's my problem?
Yeah.
Are we only gonna celebrate each other that day? Is it? Are you only showing me your love that day? You understand? Is it? Are you doing it because of the pressure? And everyone is telling you to buy me gifts
and buy you this and this and this and this.
You know, to put unnecessary pressure. Or is it a thing of, okay, we love each other.
Yeah. Let's just express it daily, not even just today.
Let it be Valentine's every day.
Every single day. I agree with you so much. Mbali, I'm sure you would agree with what she's saying.
Yeah, I fully agree with what
because there's some hands that are only getting the gifts today. Like, they're only getting flowers today. Like, they never receive flowers randomly, just like on a random Tuesday you getting flowers, or you never buying your man cologne on a random Thursday, or he's never getting socks, because with the socks thing I saw on Twitter people were complaining.
Are a winner. Let me tell you, I'm a sock lover. Personally,
so many men were complaining. All we get is deodorant and socks. So what is, and I'm asking all the listeners, what is the best gift that you can give a guy?
And why aren't flowers an option
for guys also?
Okay, let me answer on the flowers one, and then I'm going to come to the best gift or the possible gift that you can get a guy.
Yeah.
The flowers one, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not necessarily speaking for every guy out there. I'm speaking for myself. I would not like to receive flowers.
Why is that?
It could stem from the fact that I'm not a plant lover.
Okay.
It could just be the thing of, I don't know what to do with flowers. I mean, I feel like females take care of flowers better. As a guy, receiving flowers, for a female, it's sentimental. You guys love receiving flowers. It means something to you. For a guy, receiving flowers would not probably have the same sentiment. It would look like a general gift. Do you know when you give someone something because that's what everyone is doing, but it doesn't mean anything to them?
But that's the same for women. Every Valentine's Day, Santos holiday flowers. No.
And literally, there's those men that literally
put money in flowers.
They give you gifts for the kitchen, so they'll buy you
a pot.
Let's say yes, a pot, which everyone's gonna use. Like, why are you buying me a pot? Like, buy me a gift that's like for me. Don't buy me a thing.
Exactly. Like a general gift, dude.
Everyone's gonna use that wooden spoon in the house. That's not my gift anymore.
With that wooden spoon.
So, man, I'm sure I speak for myself, but I'm sure I speak for a lot of guys, man. Guys it's not the same with us for flowers. We're not flower people. It doesn't really move me. Literally, rather buy me socks. I'll be happier than if you bring me flowers.
Okay, ladies, you heard it from Mr. T from himself. Buy him socks.
Me personally, I love socks. I'm a sock collector. I have over 20 pairs of socks.
Yeah, buy him socks then, guys.
But now when you speak of...
But that's weird because you normally have guys saying, I'm wearing socks. 2 different types of socks right now.
If you have a lot of options, why can't you?
Why can't you? I don't get that.
Why can't you?
Guys, I don't get why you have to match socks. I mean, those things...
Okay, you are pushing it.
You are pushing it?
Why? Guys, if I'm wearing closed shoes and they boots... Literally, I'll have pink and blue socks.
So what happens if you run into like a muddy puddle and you need to take off your shoes?
I don't care.
Number one,
in front of people.
Number one, I don't take off my shoes in my
But no, imagine you like run into mud. What are you gonna do? You have to take out your shoe and rinse it again.
Guys, socks
you can rinse it with it on your foot.
But matching socks.
Speaking on gifts for gents, and also I speak for myself, and a lot of gents have their own opinions as to what kind of gifts they would want to receive, right? I feel like gents are very easy to gift if you listen to your person, because with gents is we drop hints constantly.
But you guys are always talking about cars and stuff. So
I
don't have car money. I don't have
RS3.
You see? But here's the thing. Yeah, we always talk about cars and sports and whatnot. But it's really easy to pick up on the kind of things that a man likes from what they talk about. Obviously, you don't have money for a car yet. You can't just be like Lerato Khanyaho's person and buy you a Range Rover and put it in the middle of the stadium.
Hey, that one she owns Valentine's.
She owns Valentine's, eh?
You know, but you need to listen to your man, and I feel like men drop notes and hints everywhere. If you're listening to your guy, you watch his statuses. He's posting about Manchester City, about Manchester United. on Valentine's Day or on a birthday, get him a t-shirt.
Okay.
If he already has the t-shirt, get him like a nice hoodie. Winter is coming. Get him like a nice Manchester United, Manchester City hoodie.
But aren't those tops going for like 1.2? When you're a student, guys, you're gonna get
But the problem, but here's the thing. You know Valentine's Day is coming. You know his birthday is coming.
Especially if you guys celebrate that and take it serious.
Yeah, if you guys celebrate it,
and take it serious,
because obviously
you need to plan to say I'm gonna give myself 3 months to save for this.
Yeah.
When Valentine's comes, I'm gonna buy him like a Man U t-shirt
or
a Man City t-shirt. You know, yeah.
You see, so it's not really hard to gift a guy. I think we make it so difficult when it's not really difficult, and it's not hard for anyone to gift any partner, let alone a guy or a girl. If you listen to your person, it becomes so easy to know what they like, what their interests are in. Even if they don't say to you, hey man, I've been wanting this camera. But you just listen to them and you know that they want to talk about this or they want to hear this. And you know what to get them just from that. But speaking on Valentine's Day, jumping into something very interesting. And I don't know if you guys have watched the halftime show for the Super Bowl. We saw something very interesting about...
Guys, they said it was not the Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
It was the Rihanna show.
It was the Rihanna show, disturbed by the football show.
I actually believe that because stats, just a quick stat before we get into the topic. Rihanna's halftime show had 118 million viewers.
What?
The Rihanna's halftime show at the Super Bowl had more viewers than the actual match. It had 118 million viewers. And the real match itself had only 113 million. So that means 5 million viewers just tuned in to watch Rihanna perform, and they got out of there. But speaking of Rihanna,
but think of it. Did you watch the Super Bowl? I didn't know. I just
lovers.
saw Rihanna.
No, I am a sport lover, but then I don't get football. Like, I think rugby is so much better than...
You think rugby?
You'd watch...
Just because it's South African.
NBA.
Not that.
Basketball.
But
rugby.
I would watch rugby over football any day.
That's your own opinion.
My cousin used to say he doesn't want to be a soccer player. And he's young. We were about, I think, 15 back then.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be a soccer player. And then you ask him why, and then he says that a soccer player trips on his own feet and almost dies. A rugby player gets tripped by others and still runs with bloody nose. So
I guess it's the comedic side of it. But Rihanna, back to Rihanna. There's rumors now going around that from what people have seen at her outfit at the halftime show, that Rihanna is expecting a second child.
Guys, you know what? Let's wait. Let's wait.
But
did she confirm it?
Here's the thing. There's also rumors going around that her technical team, especially for the performance, confirmed that, Rihanna might be expecting a second baby. And obviously we know that these celebrities really take their time in announcing these things. They can announce it 4 months into their pregnancy, 5 months into their pregnancy.
Have you seen even our South African celebrities have started doing that? They don't announce their pregnancies.
They take a while to announce them.
You'll find out a month or two before.
Yeah, a month or two before.
But the fans believe they saw a baby bump on Rihanna's outfit at her performance. So A$AP Rocky is working very swiftly. Let me just say that. Because it wasn't long ago that Rihanna gave birth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like late last year.
It's less than 6 months probably, no?
Yeah.
Less than 6 months. Hey,
I think so.
Listen, I haven't had a child before, but I'm pretty sure that's a short time, isn't it?
She probably just likes kids, guys. There's people who genuinely love kids.
Or she just wants she doesn't want that huge
gap between her kids.
She wants her children to be like...
Do you know what's ironic also? There was a thingy, a interview of Rihanna a couple of years before she had the kid, and they asked her, she wants to have a family, she wants to start a family, and I want to have children, and she responded into this interview saying, "No, child, I'm not there yet."
Now she's in her era. She's in her mother era. She's giving birth.
And funny enough, during her pregnancy time, she's always so beautiful, bro.
Yeah, she never
like who maintains that?
Yeah, but
or maybe it's just what we see. Maybe she has those.
Yeah, obviously they show you the good times. They obviously show you the good times.
But she makes pregnancy look so good.
Yeah,
she looks
with
good.
Always makeup on fleek, hair on point.
Yeah, man.
Not even us so can maintain that. Sometimes you rock up to campus and you're like, I don't
oh my
be
gosh.
So you see, but that's the question now. For Rihanna's fans, what does that say about ever hearing music from Rihanna?
Man, I'm patient. I'm not like other people who's album. I'm patient. I'm just waiting for the album. When the time comes, the time will, like.
So you are certain Rihanna is gonna jump back into music?
Yes.
Oh, then she becomes a Picasso. Then what?
The thing is with Rihanna,
You know, I love everything she does. When she's into makeup, I'm into her makeup.
Yeah.
I was about to, yeah.
Yeah, when she's into fashion, I'm into whatever she's creating. She's a creative. She didn't box herself like I said earlier on.
True. I was about to mention that because Rihanna's very versatile also. She's not just into music. She's doing a lot of fashion work, a lot of makeup work and all that kind of stuff. Now you're saying that you're waiting for this Rihanna album to come about. Does she need it?
Nope.
Her presence. Think of what happened.
I don't think we will speak of the impact she's had on music and all that, but I don't think she needs to still make music based off of the longevity of her catalog that is still keeping her going now.
She still listens to
She
Rihanna
performed
songs.
Yes.
Yeah, she performed songs now at this halftime show that were 5 years old, more than 5 years old,
More than 5 years old.
and people went ballistic.
It was like the first time hearing it.
Exactly. People were dancing to it like this is a new Rihanna banger. And now she has also the fashion line, the makeup. Does she really need to make music?
Not
Coming
really.
to think about it, no. Like, I feel like I'm the type of person, if you release an album, it must still link some sort of way to the ones that you have created. Now, if you jump into something new, like, okay, I've admitted I box people in. Like, if you are singing a certain way, don't now sing different stuff.
Yeah.
It will literally bring down what I see of an artist. Like, you know what? You can't have, what can I say? An R&B singer, like a proper slow R&B singer, jump straight into hip hop. Think of that. That's gonna be wild.
So you box people in.
You box people in. But
I don't
She
think
really
of
does.
it, but think of it.
she boxed people in. But we spoke earlier when we were speaking about music, about the relevancy, the longevity of an artist.
No, she's still relevant, Shem. She will be relevant for the next 50 years.
Really?
Yes.
Rihanna.
Yes. Her songs are timeless. I dare you now, listen to like the whole album.
Yeah.
It's like the first time hearing it.
No, that's true. Rihanna is one of those artists. She's like a Beyonce. Beyonce is still making albums now, and her songs are still top charting. So
speaking of Beyonce, would you guys buy a ticket for 50k?
For a Beyonce show?
5,000.
50k.
50,000. Okay, personally,
Wait,
Because
50,000.
if you do the exchange rate, it's around those prices.
Yeah, for a ticket, for a Beyonce ticket, and this is probably
And
like a
that's
general
just the
ticket.
ticket, not
No.
flights,
No.
accommodation.
I guess she's doing the live tour. She'll come here to
Let's
South
just say
Africa.
she's coming to South Africa.
But it's 50k.
Yes.
Well,
Like 50 and
50.
3 other zeros.
And in this economy right now.
there's people that actually do that, man.
Yes.
For me personally, I'm not so big on
I'll
Rihanna. I'm
judge
Beyonce.
people who do that.
I'm not so
Yeah,
big
I'll
on.
be like,
judge you.
where are you getting all that money?
I'll question a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm not big on Beyonce like that, so I wouldn't spend even
But love
1,000
her
rand.
though. Love her. Get that back, honey.
Yeah, she's
But
she's
wait,
still
if
between-
she's making 50k from one person, how many people are gonna watch that?
Exactly. So.
But you always ask yourself
but think
this.
of it. Who's gonna really buy a ticket for 50k?
But
Yo,
there's the
do you
thing,
know South
people buy
Africans?
it. You always
Yo.
Kevin Hart had a show in Pretoria, and most of the tickets, especially when you come to the front line of the show of the stage, were going for around 20-something thousand, and it was sold out before the year started.
Yep.
So
So South Africans
No.
have money.
people
The
have
ones
money.
that money have
no,
money.
guys, but no.
Don't think of a fraction of the people that don't have money. There's people that do have money and can afford these things, and trust you me, they will go.
But imagine spending. No.
If
Let's
you
think
wouldn't
about
spend it, there's people that
But
can
no,
and
yes,
will spend
maybe
it.
I won't spend it, but in your right mind.
I don't think it's about.
they feel the need to spend the 50k.
You must be a very strong.
on a Beyonce
Fan.
experience.
The honest truth is that if you're talking about right mind, we shouldn't even be spending 1,000 or 5,000 on these artists because we hear the music on the phones. Yes, you say you're paying for the
Exactly.
experience, but is it really worth it?
Is
But
it
live
really worth it?
now you get
But
to see
is
them
is
live.
it 50,000 rand worth it?
If
Is
you
it
love
ever
the
worth it? Is
artist,
any amount worth it?
yes. If you love the artist, yes.
I can compromise. It doesn't render less. Mina,
Okay, I would actually spend for a certain artist.
Okay.
By the name of.
Let me direct this question. Which artist would you spend 50k on?
This is who I believe right now is the greatest of all time in rap. Kendrick Lamar. I would spend 50,000 to watch Kendrick Lamar.
No.
I would spend
that really
50,000 rand to watch Kendrick
Lamar.
Lamar.
Okay, for you, who? Okay, let's not say artist. What would you spend 50k on, and people would judge you on it?
I don't even know where to go. But guys, okay, maybe let's not say 50k because it's throwing my mind.
I would spend 50,000.
My mind will throw off. Okay.
I would spend 50,000 if I had it on Kendrick Lamar. I'm just being honest. Multiple Grammy award winning.
Then what happens
Kendrick
to
Lamar.
your dream of your AMG King?
If I can spend 50,000 on a ticket, I have the Mercedes already.
You must have the Mercedes already.
That's for sure.
You must have the Mercedes already too. You're spending 50k.
Speaking on Kendrick Lamar, he won a Grammy recently. I don't know if you guys watched the Grammy Awards.
I did.
Nope.
Presented by our very own star, Trevor Noah, that you said left us.
He left us. He's
doing great for himself.
He's doing great, man. Trevor Noah is now an international icon. He's recognized in comedy, not just in South Africa anymore, but across the world.
Across the world, yes.
And he's actually doing a world tour that he's going to come to South Africa. I think in September he'll be in South Africa.
Imagine.
Buying tickets, take notes.
Yeah, you should, but it's gonna get sold out very quickly. So if you want to see Trevor Noah, really buy the tickets now.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, man, the Grammys were here. Trevor Noah is doing amazing things. That just gives you hope as a South African child, whether you are doing music, whether you are doing comedy, whatever it is that you're doing, you just have that hope to say, man, one day I can get to these places, right? I mean, he's doing so good.
Especially if you're in the industry and you're like really looking up to those people, you're like, okay, if those people did it, what's stopping me?
What's stopping you? Exactly, man. It's amazing what they're doing, and it just gives you that hope that you can also do it. But now that we're approaching the end of our show, and I just want to do something fun with you guys before we end our show, just for also the listeners and the viewers to see which one of our people here is the smarter one. We're gonna play a little quick. We're gonna play a little quick quiz. I'm gonna call this quiz "Are You Smarter Than Book Smart?" Because I'm going to be asking you guys general questions. It's going to be 10 quick quiz questions. And if you have the answer, I'm going to ask that you raise your hand. And the one that raises their hands first gets to answer the question. And if you get it wrong as the one that raises their hand, the question automatically goes to the next person. Okay. And if that person gets it right, they get the point instead of you. Okay. So when you raise that hand, make sure you know your answer.
But what are we betting on?
Let's do this. Because today, it's Valentine's Day. The loser buys the winner some McDonald's nyana or something nyana for Valentine's Day, just to say nyana a Big Mac nyana, just to have like lunch. Yeah, I mean we're on the lunch show after all. So buy them some lunch and have them, feeling good in this Valentine's Day. So we're gonna play this quiz, right? Remember the rules. Raise your hand. The one that raises the hand first gets to answer the question. If you get it wrong, the opportunity automatically goes to the next person, and if they get it right, they obviously get the point. Now it's 10 questions. Whoever has the most points at the end of the 10 questions wins this very luxurious, very expensive experience of a quick meal for lunch. For lunch on Valentine's Day. So we're gonna play that quiz.
Why am I nervous?
General questions, right, guys? Nothing hard. I tried to keep it as basic as possible.
Table's basic is never basic.
Nothing hard. But let's jump into the first question already. Question number 1. What does www stand for in a website browser? Okay, Bali.
World Wide Web.
Ding, ding, ding.
I didn't know that.
Bali got it right. You didn't even give it a chance.
It's just like, what? Like, what are you saying?
I thought you were going to say WWE.
Are you going to know that one?
What is WWE? What is it?
World Entertainment.
World Wrestling Entertainment. Anyway,
wrestling.
Bali has 1 point already on the bag. The second question. This might be a little bit tricky if you're not someone that knows sports, but it's going to be a fun one to watch.
Okay.
And these questions are of everything, from sports to entertainment. So I kept it nice. How long is an Olympic swimming pool in meters?
Give us a hint.
100
100 is a long one. Can I give you guys a hint? Clearly, you're not struggling. This hint is going to be very obvious though. It's not quite 100, but it's also not that short. In terms of swimming.
90.
Bali got it right. 2 points to Bali. 50 meters is the size of an Olympic swimming pool in meters. Third question. What geometric shape is generally used for stop signs? Raise your hand or you get the...
Dog, I don't know this.
Hexagon.
That answer is wrong. Rita, you get the opportunity. You can't...
Wait. 1, 2, 3,
just counting the edges.
6, 7, 8. So it's an octagon.
Ding, ding, ding. She gets the answer right. You were too quick to answer.
I didn't think about it.
So now the points is 2-1, right? The fourth question. Which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo? Rita? Porsche, the car brand.
Oh, we are not cars.
I'm giving you 5 seconds to answer.
A leopard.
A leopard? Wrong. Jeez, a leopard. Mbali, 5 seconds.
No, Puma. You can't give 5 seconds. Wait, give us another 10.
Your 5 seconds is up. So both of you guys didn't get the answer. The answer is a horse.
Us off.
Oh, horse! Yes!
Really?
The answer is a horse. Going on to the next question quickly. What is the name of the world's largest ocean?
Oh, the Pacific.
Okay, I'm going to disqualify you both from this question because none of you raised your hand. It was indeed the Pacific, but the rules are the rules. Raise your hand to answer the question.
We
The
need
next
a buzzer
question.
next time because this thing.
The next question. Which Disney princess talks to the most animals? Mbali, raise her hand first.
Sophia.
Sophia. Who is Sophia?
She's a Disney princess.
That's incorrect.
Snow White.
Snow White is the right answer.
But
She gets the point.
Princess.
But Sophia is a Disney princess.
But she's not the one that talks to the animals the most.
She does.
No.
She has
Snow
an
White.
ambulance.
Snow White, now the points stand at 2-2. So now it's getting
We're
tough.
gonna debate this later.
Now it's getting tough. Let's go to the next question real quick. What's the fastest land animal?
A cheetah.
A cheetah. 3-2 now the points. The answer is
Now
correct.
keep your head off.
We're gonna move. We're gonna keep it moving swiftly. How many colors are there in the rainbow? Ambali, raise her hand first.
Okay.
5, 6.
The answer is incorrect. To you, Rita.
8.
Answer also incorrect. The correct answer is 7 colors.
In the
I was going to give you a
middle.
bonus point if you could get the answer right and name the colors. But we're moving to the 9th question now. How many legs does a spider have? That was Rita.
8.
8 legs. So that's 4-2 now. Down to our last question. So basically Rita is the winner. But let's just ask this last question just for the fun of it. How many days does it take for the Earth to orbit the Sun? Rita again. 365. Rita is our winner today, which means that Mbali has to buy Rita
McDonald's.
nice lunch after this. But that is all.
High five, my friend.
That is it for our show. We just like to thank you guys for joining us today. Our lovely Rita, our co-host. And of course, we have royalty in the building in the form of our SRC president, Mbali. Do make sure to tune in next week as we have our official launch on the 20th of February. Same time, same place. We're just going to give you entertainment after entertainment and after entertainment. And also remember, if you want to be a presenter at EMENDY and also at GDC, you have to be a student, and you can hit us up on our socials. That's at Greenside Design Center and at EMENDY Institute. So if you want to join our little family, make sure to hit us up right there and then. But for me and my lovely team today, we're out.